words, maybe more than a couple, because I like the sound of my own voice. So I wrote a little something, and I hope that's okay that I share it with you. And okay.
We love you, Mary.
I love you back just so much. From October to April, I toured across the U.S. with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. I co-wrote and sang the song Same Love, which you just heard. It was part of the Yes on Referendum 74 campaign for marriage equality in Washington, which passed. So as you know, me and you and your uncles and your mothers and your fathers and your BFFs and your coworkers and the adorable lesbian couple next door with an organic garden that has too many dogs, we can all get married, and that fucking rocks. Needed someone to write the hook for the song. Hollis Wongware, who was a force to be reckoned with, was helping Ben and Ryan work on the record and approached me to write it. I jumped at the opportunity because as a lesbian in the church, it was my story completely. Today, Same Love has over 50 million views. Like, what in the fuck? What in the gay fuck? We've made appearances on Ellen, MTV, VH1, and we're now number 7 on the iTunes charts and in like with Rihanna. What's up, Rihanna? I told everyone I was gay, and the song is what happened. And I was scared. I was scared that I would get murdered, but good news, I didn't get murdered. Even better news, 15-year-old boys are rapping. When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay. Unabashedly, without batting an eye. 60-year-old staunch Republican Christian women are emailing me to tell me that our song has changed their opinions and they'll be attending their city's Pride Parade this year. We witnessed our beautiful state pass marriage equality, remember that? The city was electric. You could feel it all over the state. It was palpable. Love won. And love always wins. It's hard to wrap my head around the idea that maybe Same Love has influenced the passing of 74, and maybe it's influencing the whole world. It feels a bit strange to say that, and I don't want to be a martyr or stand on a pedestal or pretend I'm Mother Teresa. I drink too many margaritas. But I do know that there are songs I've listened to that have changed my life and helped me cope with a breakup or shape my personal views. And maybe it's not absurd to think that we've done that. The most powerful thing about performing Same Love in every city is seeing the entire audience go absolutely fucking bananas in pajamas for this song, especially high school kids. As some of you know, if you're familiar with any of my work, I cry all the time. I cry at puppy commercials, at Christmas lights, at little girls in tutus, at a delicious bratwurst. I get quite a few emails in a day from fans of the song, but I wanted to share one with you that particularly made me sob in my Cheez-Its. Mary, I wanted to tell you that I just recently came out to my parents in November when I was home for Thanksgiving break. They didn't take it very well. Since then, things have been shaky between us. We haven't spoken or called as much, and when we do talk, we just don't bring it up. It's been really sad because I've always been very close to my parents. My mom drove me back from Dallas to Austin. During the car ride, I really wanted to bring up the topic of my sexuality and talk about it. Then I played her Same Love. I told her I got to meet you when you gave me your autograph, and she heard your voice. I really wanted her to hear your words. She started crying, and I did too. Then she apologized for being upset with me. She asked me to forgive her for not understanding, but she said that she would try to. She told me she doesn't want anything to separate us and that she wants me to feel comfortable opening up to her. I'm so glad that Same Love exists. I'm so happy I was able to use it to tell my mom how I was feeling. Even from the first time I heard the song, I just wept. It felt like the first time someone was on my side. You guys, we're all in this together. This movement is not just about marriage, it's about equality, it's about visibility and not being ashamed and not apologizing for who we are. It's about justice and respect and inalienable rights. Our families, our love, our attractions, our commitments to each other are valid and beg to be recognized. Living in a metropolitan area in a state that recognizes same-sex marriage, we're a little spoiled. I can hold hands with my girlfriend down the street and not be harassed or scared for my life. My mother was shocked to hear that we hold hands everywhere we go. Obviously, it's not that easy for everybody. I often get scared of holding her hand outside of Seattle. Marysville? But I forced myself. I forced her too. I'm kind of bossy. I ask one thing of you, if you can take anything away from me running my mouth. Hold hands. Hold hands everywhere. Hold hands especially if you're scared. You exist. Your relationship is valid. You are valid. The one thing in common that most conservative fundamentalist Christians have is that they think they don't know gay people. It's hard to demonize someone you care about and are friends with. For most of my life, I've been kind of a hot mess. As a teenager, I was completely reckless, addicted to anything I could get my hands on, was basically just waiting to die. I grew up in an abusive home, poor, suicidal, and had crushes on girls that made me feel like a freak. I believe that art saves lives. It can change everything. It can influence an entire society. With the striking down of DOMA and Prop 8, and all the progress in the last year, my faith in the power of the people is restored. Legislation is one part of the solution for equal rights, and I believe the other part is a cultural and societal shift, and now I can see it. I am only one person. I never thought that so much good could come with just my voice, with just a pen and a poetry journal, and being really stubborn and loud and falling in love with a woman. Making same love was easy. It's the fact that little kids are singing this song, that old men are singing this song, people who hate rap are singing this song. Same love wouldn't be important if our communities didn't care, if it didn't reach your heart to share others, if you didn't sing along with me. All I really wanted to say up here was thank you. It started here, on Capitol Hill. Ben was raised here. I lived here for a few years, and I forgot to be scared that I was gay. My cheesy Miss America wish is that everyone forgets to be scared to be gay. So I have one last little thing to share with you, and it's a spoken word piece, because that's also what I do. So I hope that I'm not yelling at you, I'm yelling with you.
Bring it on! Bring it on! Okay, girl!
If we let gay people get married, then people start marrying their dogs. This goddamn cocksucking faggot clap to take a 2x4 and shove it right up. The Bible clearly states that man does not lie with another man. It is an abomination. And they are ruining the sanctity of marriage. I mean, do you really have to make out in public? Because my dad says that people choose to be gay. They choose a life of sin. They choose a life that is unnatural and immoral. They choose it. Gay. 1. There are people caskets walking the earth. There are silences as cold as concentration camps. There is a barrel pointed to a head somewhere, waiting for the answer, you faggot. Have you ever had to choose when the proper time is to hold hands? Be careful, we're in Walmart now. We don't want to offend anybody, too. There is no competent comparison between a dog and a gay man. Demeaning to a person to reduce their love between a love of a domestic pet. 3. How many hate crimes does it take to screw in a light bulb? 4. I'm not sure if God really likes his words all twisted like that. On the same page of the Bible that has been recounted endless times by conservatives, it is the equal disapproval of men with long hair planting 2 seeds in one spot and shellfish. I don't see any protest signs about shellfish. I don't see an uproar of long-haired men bashing short-haired ones. Is it a comfort thing? Does my love really make you that uncomfortable? 5. You've been fucking up your own sanctity of marriage ever since you invented divorce, so keep your hands off my love. 6. Dear asshole that thinks I just haven't met the right guy yet. This is the only thing speaking, and if you haven't heard, I have 6 dicks, and they come in different shapes, sizes, and colors. 7. I'm not confused. I'm not going through a phase. I'm intelligent and I understand myself. There is nothing better than listening to NPR with a naked girl with the possibility of playing Scrabble later. 8. Why is it you can only focus on the sexual... Sorry. Why is it that you can only picture the sexual intimacies of gay couples and not their relationships? Is it because you think about this often? Are you ashamed about how you feel? Do your own Shame and hatred translate into shame and hatred for others that have homoerotic thoughts. 9, why is it that my rapists and molesters will continue living their lives relatively normal and not labeled as a freak? 10, I am a freak that found refuge in the crook of her neck. In soft voice and winter lungs, she holds me as she only can with the quiet anger at strangers that dirty look us. She tells me that people stare because we look so good together. And it's days like this when I am so fucking tired of defending love that I pretend she's right. Thank you so much, you guys. Happy Pride. Come say hi. I love you guys.
Everybody give it up for Mary.